You want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about sports in the state of Michigan? You've got the truth, all right. Can you handle the truth? Find out right now on the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast, the show that detects and provides truth, research, and statistics about the Tigers, Lions, Red Wings, Pistons, Wolverines, and Spartans. Subscribe to its YouTube channel at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast and listen to it in audio form wherever you get your podcasts. Follow it on X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Michigan_Truth, and like its Facebook page. Also check out our website, the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast.code80x.me, and donate to the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast for Autism on GoFundMe, and know the truth.
So I just finished finished watching the Texans beating the Chiefs 20-10. 20-10. Man, oh man. Houston is now 8-5. Kansas City is 6-7. Oof. The defending champs at 6-7. Oh man, the Chiefs are in trouble now. But anyway, welcome to the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. I'm Taylor Phillips, your Michigan Sports Truth detective. Of course. Got Lions, Cowboys to recap. And where the Lions stand in the NFC North Division standings, the playoff picture, the Wolverines football team firing J.B. Brown, hiring Kerry Coombs as new special teams coordinator, college basketball, Pistons, Red Wings, and a little bit of Tigers as well. But first off, our disclaimer, this podcast is hosted by someone who has autism. If you're arrogant and disrespectful, don't even bother commenting. Keep your thoughts to yourself and never tell the host what to do. So, let's start off with the Lions library. Of course, yeah, there we go. Perfect. The Lions beat the Dallas Cowboys 44-30 as seen on Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime Video. Lions went up 27-9, but the Cowboys came back to as close as 30-27 before the Lions pulled away at the last few minutes of the game. The Lions won the turnover battle. Cowboys turned the ball over 3 times. Jahmyr Gibbs scored 3 touchdowns. Of course, but only got 43 yards. I guess that's why Jahmyr Gibbs didn't get a game ball from head coach Dan Campbell. He gave out 4 game balls, but Gibbs has 3 touchdowns. Wow. Everybody feels that Jahmyr Gibbs, every Lions fan feels that Jahmyr Gibbs should have got a game ball because of his 3 touchdowns. But anyway, it's a team effort. But Gibbs tied Barry Sanders for the most touchdowns scored in their first 3 seasons in the NFL. And Gibbs has many more touchdowns to score this season. There are many more touchdowns to come. But Ryan Flanoy was not covered much. 9 catches, 115 yards, and a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 6 catches, 121 yards. 13 targets to Flanoy, 8 to Lamb. George Pickens, 9 targets, 5 catches. No interceptions by the Cowboys. 2 interceptions by Barnes and DJ Reed to seal it. I've seen the Lions' secondary receiving defense was getting behind the opposing receivers the whole time when they were, aside from leaving the opposing receivers wide open, letting them catch too many passes. And as a secondary receiving defender, you have to get in front of the opposing receiver and not behind him and play the ball and not the body. Make the defensive play, whether it be a pass breakup or an interception, which I prefer, even if it's not returned all the way to the house for a touchdown. cover your man right, cover your man the right way every single time. And it's the last line of defense. The pass rush, it does start with a pass rush when it comes to the passing game. Of course, you have to stop the run as well, which is different, but I'm just talking about the opposing passing game, where you have to defend it in two ways: pass rush and receiving defense, receiving coverage. You got to do it the right way. You got to do it properly. Get in front of the receiver and play the ball. If you have a chance to catch it for an interception, do it. Make sure you squeeze the ball. Now, as far as the defensive front seven is concerned, Jack Campbell, of course, has been as of late the most active tackler thus far. He made 12 total tackles, as you can see in video form on screen sharing, 6 of which are solo. So what I need him to do particularly, in addition to stopping the run, is helping with the pass rush as well, because there just isn't much of that either, which leads to Aiden Hutchinson only making 3 tackles, 2 of them solo, just 3 total tackles. What is going on with that? And that leads to our new segment, What's Wrong with Aiden Hutchinson? Only 3 tackles made. I had to turn the screen sharing off. I'm going to turn it back on right about now. Yeah, 3 tackles total by Hutch, just 2 solo. That only 1 quarterback hit. Pressures are not listed in this. Of course, pressures do help give the opposing quarterback trouble with his passing game. They're supposed to bother him, which leads to the last line of defense, the secondary receiving secondary receiving defense. Of course, which is the second half, which still the last line of defense. So as a safety or cornerback, yeah, all those things. I mentioned all those. So Aiden Hutchinson just needs to come back, though. And that's where the Lions are. That's one of the areas that the Lions are struggling. Aiden Hutchinson just not being there much. So the NFL standings, with that win, the Lions improved to 8-5, 1 game behind the Chicago Bears for second place at 9-4, while the Green Bay Packers overtake first place at 9-3-1. The Packers beat the Bears 28-21 inside Lambeau Field. Of course, the Packers now have the number 2 seed in the NFC. The Bears at number 7. The Lions are 8. The playoff seeds are 1 through 7. The Lions are still in the hunt. 1 game ahead of the Panthers, but 1 game behind the Bears and San Francisco 49ers, who are tied at 9-4 for seed number 6. The 49ers hold the tiebreaker based on the best winning percentage in conference games. The 49ers are 8-2 against the NFC West, while the Bears are 6-3 against the rest of the 49ers are 8-2 against the rest of the NFC. Bears are 6-3 against the 6-3 against the NFC. 49ers are 4-1 against the NFC West. Bears are 1-3 against the NFC North. So you can see the Lions still have a chance, of course. Now, the playoff, that's the playoff picture. Bears and 49ers each hold the last 2 of 7 NFC playoff spots at 9-4 each, while the Lions are just a game back at 8-5. Now the Lions have a tougher schedule ahead, tough schedule ahead with the Rams and Steelers, and then they host the go to Minnesota and play the 5-8 Vikings. Ugh. On Christmas Day at 4:30 on Netflix, and then at the 9-4 Chicago Bears. Time and day to be determined, and channel as well. So Rams, Steelers, and Bears make up a very tough challenge with the exclusion of the 5-8 Minnesota Vikings. So there you go. That's the Lions library. I go now to the Wolverines World Beat Football Edition. The Michigan Wolverines have fired J.B. Brown and replaced him with Kerry Coombs as new special teams coordinator. Coombs is a fiery guy. He's also a former Ohio State defensive coordinator. Plus, the Michigan Wolverines football team will kick off in the Cheez-It New Year's Citrus Bowl against the Texas Longhorns, Wednesday, December 1st on New Year's Eve 2025 at 3 o'clock. Kickoff is set for 3 o'clock. It'll be televised on ABC. Their men's basketball team in the men's basketball edition of the Wolverines World Beat. Another easy route win. This was an easy one. 101-60 over the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. So that's 4 route wins in a row overall for the Maize and Blue. 94-54 over the San Diego State Aztecs. 102-72 over the number 21 Auburn Tigers. 101-61 over the number 12 Gonzaga Bulldogs, and now 101-60 at Chrysler Center against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Man, oh man, Michigan just absolutely outshot Rutgers, 60-36 from the field, 45-26% from three, just 11 turnovers for Michigan compared to Rutgers' 16 turnovers, 40-29 in rebounds, Michigan. To the box score. Morris Johnson Jr., 22 points. Yaxel Lindenberg, 14. There were, 6 Wolverines double figures. 6 Wolverines basketball players in double figures. Cadeau, Roddy Yell Jr., LJ Kaysen with 11, Trey McKinney with 13 off the bench. So, yeah, the Wolverines just keep on rolling. And their schedule ahead looks like this. Come on, take me back. Thank you. Home against Villanova on Tuesday at 6:30 on FS1. At the Maryland Terrapins Saturday at 8 on Fox. Then we have a game on Peacock, home against LaSalle at 4 on Peacock. That Michigan should crush LaSalle. So that's the entire world. That's the entire Wolverines World Beat. Now to the Spartan span. It was a battle of epic proportions, but Duke proved to be the better team, beating Michigan State 66-60. The number 4 Blue Devils hold off the number 7 Spartans. Of course, the game was like close the entire time, but Michigan State just struggled with their shooting. 32% from the field, 38% by Duke. Michigan State did outshoot Duke from 3-point range, 36% to 31%. Cameron Boozer, 18 points for Duke. Carson Cooper, 16 points. Jackson Kohler, 14. Cohen Carr with 10. Free throw shooting, 10 of 14. That's not bad. 71%. It still could be better. Duke shot 15 of 23 from the stripe. 65%. That can be room for improvement right there. Also, just 5 turnovers committed by the Spartans, 8 by Duke. Both teams took great care of the football. As we now take a look at the rankings, it still hasn't changed. I think it'll change later in the week. We'll keep an eye on this. We'll keep an eye on these AP Top 25 college men's basketball rankings for sure later on. But it's a tough one for the Spartans. Admittedly, Duke is number 4 as of right now. So that's the Spartan span. So Spartans almost took out all ranked opponents, though. I'll hand them that. I'll hand the Spartans that. They just beat all but one team, one ranked team in the top 5, the Duke Blue Devils at number 4. The Pistons post. The Pistons lose to the Milwaukee Bucks 113-109. That was a game the Pistons could have had, but they again choked in the end, but that was at Fiserv Forum. They did beat the Portland Trailblazers 122-116, and then they got the revenge on the Bucks 124-112. Both of those 2 wins at Little Caesars Arena. So the Pistons are at 19. The Pistons are at 19-5, of course, the best record in the Eastern Conference, and but just not quite the best record in the NBA, because the Oklahoma City Thunder are now 23-1 as I turn on screen sharing again. Cade Cunningham, of course, as usual, leading the way. 29 points against Portland, 23 against Milwaukee. He scored 17 in the loss to Milwaukee at Fiserv Forum, but bounced back. Of course, everyone has a rough night. There we go. 23-1 for the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's beyond impressive. Thunder are just one game away from being undefeated. Huh. Just that is just abstract. Let me tell you that. And what it could boil down to on paper is an interesting NBA Finals matchup between the Pistons and Oklahoma City Thunder. But the Thunder have, in the last two meetings against the Pistons lost to the Thunder at home last season. Of course, the Thunder, it was a fight, but the Thunder got that victory. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander just proving way too much. Of course, as we take a look at the box score, see how the Thunder routed the Utah Jazz. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander not even listed in the box score. SGA. Oh man, Oklahoma City Thunder. Do they still have Shea Gilgeous-Alexander? Yes, they do. He just didn't play. Strange. And anybody have any insight as to why Shea Gilgeous-Alexander did not play? I'm really sorry. I haven't even done any research lately as to what's been happening with Gilgeous-Alexander as of late. I think I've shown enough on screen sharing anyway. But if you know anything lately, the whereabouts of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, please comment and help me out here. Thank you ahead of time. But in other news, people around the NBA believe Pistons center Jalen Duren will earn a contract worth $185 million over the next 5 years. Jalen Duren is starting to earn that. He's already evolved. He's becoming a beast in the bottom of the key, near the rim. He gets a lot of rebounds, lots of slam dunks out, lots of alley-oop receptions for jams, especially from Cade Cunningham. That's part of why the Pistons are 19-5. So Pistons still have 2 matchups coming up against the Thunder. They haven't played the Thunder yet at all this season. So that's the Pistons post. As the winged wheel turns, the Red Wings beat the Boston Bruins 5-4 in regulation at Little Caesars Arena before they had to play 6 road games consecutive. They lost to the Columbus Blue Jackets 6-5 in a shootout, where Patrick Kane scored an equalizer and then assisted on Alex DeBrincat's go-ahead goal. But the defense, they could not block shots when it mattered the most, and that's why the Blue Jackets tied it up with over a minute and a half to go in the third period, and then Kirill Marchenko won it in the shootout. Jackets won the shootout 2-0. And then the Red Wings headed northwest of the border to start their 4-game northwest of the border road trip. They beat the Seattle Kraken 4-3 in regulation at Climate Pledge Arena. That Blue Jackets game was at Nationwide Arena, by the way. But Red Wings got a big win against the Kraken on the road. As I turn on screen sharing for those who are watching in video form, Emmett Finney on the power play, Andrew Kopp, James Van Riemsdyk, who has been red hot. James Van Riemsdyk's got 6 goals. Patrick Kane doing what he actually does best, a game-winning goal. 2:39 left. Assisted by Alex DeBrincat. So the Red Wings as we head to the NHL standings, it's still tight as a knot, as a tight knot on a shoe. The Red Wings have a 3-way tie for the third wild card spot with the Flyers and Devils, 33 points. The Flyers 15-9-3. Red Wings are 15-11-3. Devils are 16-12-1. 1 point below the Penguins and Rangers for the first 2 NHL Eastern Conference wildcard spots. Penguins 14-7-6 at 34 points, and the Rangers 15-12-4 with 34 points. The Blue Jackets, though, are creeping up 13-10-6 at 32 points. The Panthers got a win last night in overtime against the Blue Jackets at Sunrise Arena at BB&T Center in Sunrise Arena. 14-12-2, 30 points. That was a 7-6 overtime win. That was a goal-scoring contest. The Ottawa, also the Maple Leafs and Senators are at 30 points. A 3-way tie there. But the Sabres, they're out of the picture pretty much. 11-13-4, 26 points. But the Red Wings, they're still on the hunt right now as we head to early of mid-December. Also make that a four-way tie with 33 points. The Montreal Canadiens, third in the scrambled Atlantic Division, 15-10-3 with 33 points. But the Flyers, one less regulation loss, 15-9-3. If they were in the same division, the Flyers would lead it, would be over the Montreal Canadiens. But anyway, the Red Wings, their defense still needs to start pushing and pulling more of their weight and blocking more shots instead of screening their goaltenders and letting shots go by them while screening them. And right now they still don't know what the heck they're doing. They really don't. It's still a tight race in the Eastern Conference standings. They got the Vancouver Canucks Monday at 10 p.m., the Calgary Flames Wednesday at 8 at the Scotiabank Saddledome, and then the Edmonton Oilers at Rogers Place in Edmonton Thursday at 9. All games televised on FanDuel Sports Network Detroit. And then finally, the Tigers Tribune. Tigers and starting pitcher Drew Anderson agree on a one-year deal with a club option, a one-year club option for 2027, pending a physical. So Anderson has not pitched in Major League Baseball in the MLB level since 2021. He was pitching overseas in the last 4 seasons. His MLB career, 650 ERA, 17 walks, 30 strikeouts across 44 1/3 innings in 19 games. That was the past. So he tried out for the Tigers in the Grapefruit League in 2024. Got 14 strikeouts in 8 innings of work, but gave up 7 runs on 9 hits and was sent down to the AAA Toledo Mudhens, where he played 9 games and averaged a 95.5 mile an hour 4-seam fastball, which was a 3 mile an hour improvement from 2021 in the MLB level before requesting his release. He then competed for the SSG Landers in the KBO League in South Korea in 2024 and 2025. In 2024, he finished with an 11-3 record, a 3.89 ERA, 158 strikeouts, and just 98 hits allowed across 115 2/3 innings. And then in 2025, 12-7 record, 2.25 ERA, just 51 walks and 245 strikeouts across 171 2/3 innings in 30 starts. That is good. And that's why the Tigers plan to use him as a starting pitcher, because there's visually some potential in him. So if he passes his physical, they'll possibly at least sign him to a minor league deal, a one-year deal, I think. It is a one-year deal pending a physical. They still want to try him out in spring training in the Grapefruit League one more time at least, just to make sure everything is good with him. And if he proves his potential on the mound back up in the MLB level here for Detroit, for the Tigers, he'll prove to be a good starting pitcher for the Tigers for years to come. He'll join Tarek Skubal, because he's staying for now, at least for now. Also, Casey Mize, Troy Melton, I think, as a starter. Also, Reese Olson, Jackson Jobe was done for the year. Jackson Jobe is not starting material, so I'm guessing Skubal, Mize, also Jack Flaherty, rather. So Skubal, Mize, Flaherty, Anderson, and Reese Olson would be my starting pitching rotation depth chart. So there you go. That's the Tigers Tribune. So we wrap this up with the What Did We Learn segment. So what did we learn? Jahmyr Gibbs continues to be a running back god, while the Lions still have other areas to clean up in their uphill NFC wildcard playoff race, including their secondary, which needs to be more consistent in proper man coverage, also in the pass rush. The Michigan Wolverines football team got a fiery special teams coordinator in Kerry Coombs, replacing J.B. Brown. Also, the Wolverines men's basketball program keeps routing their opponents. The Spartans basketball squad needs to improve in at least shooting accuracy from their loss at home to Duke. The Pistons got their revenge on the Bucks and are still proving to be at least the best team in the NBA's Eastern Conference. The Red Wings are still in the Stanley Cup playoff race, but really have to improve on defense and goaltending if they want to make it to the playoffs. And may I just add that Red Wing fans are clamoring for Sebastian Kosa, goaltender for the Grand Rapids Griffins, to be called up over John Gibson over either John Gibson or Cam Talbot, because the goaltending as a whole has been an issue, along with the defense or lack thereof. And finally, the Tigers did get a starting pitcher with potential in Drew Anderson. Like I mentioned before, like I pointed out before, his four-seam fastball has increased by 3 miles an hour in speed to prove it, and his stats in the KBO League prove his improvement as well. So that's all we've learned, and that's another episode of the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. I'm Taylor Phillips. Subscribe to its YouTube channel at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. Like its videos and turn on all notifications on the bell icon. Click or tap on live to find its latest full episodes and shorts. Also, watch it live and follow it on Twitch at Michigan Sports Truth. Listen to it in audio form on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music /Audible, Castbox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, and Gio7. Also, join its supporters club on Spreakers, just $2 a month. On social media, follow the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast on X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Michigan_Truth, and on Reddit at u/Michigan_Truth. Also, like its Facebook page, facebook.com/Michigan Sports Truth, and Patreon at patreon.com/Michigan Sports Truth. Our website is the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast.codeadx.me, and donate to the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast for Autism on GoFundMe. The goal is $2,400. Our next episode is just later this week sometime. I'll determine that later on. I'll keep you guys posted on social media. Until then, this is Taylor Phillips signing off. Stay on the lookout and remember that we always observe and detect the truth about sports in the state of Michigan, because the truth is out there. Ta-ta, hit him with a hind. Power to the people. Baba booey to y'all. I leave you now with state business endorsements. Good night, everyone.
Statewide business endorsements go to Cherry Capital Communications, Fox Motors, Cops and Donuts, Grand Traverse Pie Company, J&H Family Stores, Positive Chimney and Fireplace, Farm Bureau Insurance, Michigan's Adventure, Alpine Chocolate House in Manistee, Boyne City, Gaylord, Plymouth, and Sault Ste. Marie, Hudsonville Ice Cream, Grandpa's Mini Donuts, Rally House Michigan and Rally House Detroit, Tom's Food Markets, Beacon and Bridge, Fago Soda, Detroit Wing Company, Simply Delightful, JR's All-Star Haircuts for Men, Tropical Touch Spa, Main Street Rocks, G's Pizzeria, Westco, 7 Brew Coffee, Gardner White Furniture, and BC Pizza. Metro Detroit area business endorsements go to the Annex Detroit Nightclub and its Annex Angels, Gino Surf, Avenue American Bistro, Mocha Nut Donut and Boba, the Edo Ramen House in Southfield, the Great Lakes Crossing Mall in Auburn Hills, Empire of Detroit, Modern 7 Bistro, Northville Sports Den, the Union Barber Shop in Birmingham and Ferndale, United Mobile Power Wash and Dry Ice Works in Southfield, Frothy Girl in Ortonville, Spot Truck in Dearborn and Detroit, Athletico Physical Therapy on Woodward Street in Ferndale, Detroit Pizza Company, The Blind Owl in Royal Oak. Cali Tickets, call 877-225-8425 or visit CaliTickets.com. Reliance Pressure Washing, The Jagged Fork, Goodman Acker PC, Northwestern Technological Institute, Green Lantern Pizza, The Pins Bowling Center in South Lyon, Impact North in Ortonville, Vitamin Shop in Auburn Hills, Legacy Family Dental Center in Dearborn, 350 Terrace, and Hodges Subaru. Local business endorsements go to the Silver Dollar Pub and Grill in Roscommon, Toy Town of Cadillac and Reed City, the Landing Zone in Gaylord, the VI Grill in Suttons Bay, the B4 Foundation in Ithaca, Wexford Community Credit Union in Cadillac and Lake City, Jay's Sporting Goods in Gaylord and Clare, the Front Porch in Suttons Bay, Trout Town Tavern and Eatery in Kalkaska, the El Cilantro Taco Shop in Petoskey, Bay Mills Resort and Casino in Brindley, Fuel Up Nutrition in Clare, JNS Hamburg in Traverse City and Kingsley, United Food Service Solutions in Grand Ledge, Friendly Foodies in Alpena, the Asian Buffet in Cadillac and Traverse City, Luddington Meat Company, McBain Hardware, Vandry Home Furnishings in Cadillac, Houghton Lake, Big Rapids and Traverse City, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen in Elk Rapids, Rogers Food Center in Lake City, Everett and Reed City, Herman Hiss and Company in Bay City, Fletcher's Pub and Texas Corners in Kalamazoo, the Michigan Theater of Jackson, Hooters in Saginaw, Anna's House in Grand Rapids, Coffee Beanery in Flushing, Merritt Speedway, Northport Pub and Grill, Northern Logistics, and Spicer's Boat City in Houghton Lake. Traverse City business endorsements go to TC Man Cave, K1 Speed, Play It Again Sports, Erica Nita of Traverse City Real Estate, Yen Yoga and Fitness inside the Delamar Resort on Front Street, Firefly Kitchen and Bars, Traverse City Fun Running, Margarita's Grill, Wellbeing with Catherine Palms, Bayview Flooring, North Coast Golf Shop, Dockside Market, Anna Very Fine Foods, and Team Bob's Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Cadillac business endorsements go to Cadillac Grill, Cadillac Nutrition, Cadillac Horizon Books, Creative Embroidery for designing the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast logo on long sleeve and t-shirts, Michigan Coffee Company, Pro Quality Cleaners, Raven Social, Wildflower Bakery, Northern Star Event Rentals, Primo's Barbecue, Wexford Jewelers, Evolve Yoga and Fitness, Chunky Bear Coffee Roasters, The Truck Stop, Cadillac Lofts Apartments, Bigelow Supply, The Food Mafia's Let's Roll With It Rolled Ice Cream, Evergreen Resort with Curly's Bar and Grill, Cheese Tanning Salon, The Pine Sports Bar and Bowling Center, Pizza Plus, Chico's Taco House, Blue Heron Cafe, The House of Hunan, Wexford Senior Care Center, Max Swings Indoor Golf, Biner's Pizza, Cabernet Peaks, the Cadillac Party Lounge, and the Sweet Shop. Lake City business endorsements go to Cuts by Melanie, the LC Tap House, Hutchinson Septic and Excavating, To the Moon Bakery, Northern Auto Lab, Hammer's Pub and Grub, Shoreline Cafe, Rustic Hog Barbecue, Pancho Villa Mexican Grill, the AL Trading Post, and the Missaukee Golf Club Golf Course.